I have a big unhaul. Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. I know I was doing the Keep Maybe Toss videos, and the more I thought about it, the more I decided that's really not going to help me out a whole lot as far as clearing off shelf space for new books coming in. So instead of doing Keep Maybe Toss, because that's going to take forever, I've got 10 bookcases in this room and 5 shelves of bookcase, and that's going to take forever to get rid of those books. So what I did last night was I went through the shelves that I know I've got books coming in for to make room for those books. And these books are books that I thought I wanted, books that I've read and didn't like, or they're just books that I'm just never going to read, or I've moved on from, you know, that type of genre. So let's just get started. I've got a lot of books here. I'm not going to explain books. I'm just going to go through them. I may have a few things to say here and there, but here we go. This first set of books right here, these little mass market paperbacks, are Joe McKinney's zombie series books. And I went through a zombie phase, and I discovered that the zombies that I like are zombies from like biowarfare. Not the kind of zombies that rise up out of the ground and now they're flesh eaters. The biowarfare ones just seem a lot more realistic to me than just zombies popping up out of the ground. So this series has Dead City, Flesh Eaters, Apocalypse of the Undead, Plague of the Undead, and The Savage Dead. And I got these books. I can't remember if this was all the series. This might be all there was, and I just kept going to a used bookstore and looking for the next one because I wanted to read the whole series when I got them all, and I just don't foresee myself reading it now. So those are all bye-bye. The next one we got here, these next few books we've got here, I've got 2 of them from Tim Lebbon, or Leban, however you say that. I've got Berserk and The Face. Okay, I only need one author that writes like this, and that is Richard Layman. I will always keep his books, but these are going to run along the same kind of pacing as Richard Layman's books go, and I really don't need any more authors that write like that. And I've read almost every single one of Richard Layman's books, so I don't need to start with new ones. They just don't interest me anymore. So there's those 2, The Face and Berserk. Also, another one along those lines is Edward Lee, and that is Messenger. I will not be reading those. This book, I'm pretty sure I read this one, Life is Never As It Seems by J.J. Michael. It's not something that I'm going to read again. She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. I thought I wanted to read this one, and I'm not going to read that one. Next one here, I just picked up off the sales rack. It's called The Wall by John Lancaster. It's going to be like a dystopian novel. The next one I got, oh, yep, it was because the cover was so pretty. Look at that shiny cover. This one is called City of Masks. This is by Mary Hoffman. The series title is Stravaganza, and then this is the City of Masks. This one, because I really do like poetry, read the poetry. I'm not going to read it again. It's called 10 Poems to Open Your Heart by Roger Houghton. This next series was my husband's series, which I already asked him if he was going to ever reread it, because he's read the whole series, and this is the Shadow Fall series by Cece Hunter. So we've got Reborn, Born at Midnight, Chosen at Nightfall, Whispers at Moonrise, Taken at Dusk, and then this one is Almost Midnight. I think that these 2 are different than the other ones. I don't know anything about... Oh, this is the novella collection, but it's all by C.C. Hunter, and a lot of it has to do with, you know, like vampires and that kind of stuff. Like I said, I don't know anything about this series. I haven't read it. That was his. I asked him if he's ever going to read it again, and he said no. So, trying to make room here on my table. Next one we've got here is Infinity Glass by Myra Mcintyre. I don't know why I picked this book up. I think it was on the sales rack, and it was just like, let's just pick it up, let's just buy it. It's only $2. Yeah, never read it. This one is A Wrinkle in Time. The only reason I'm getting rid of this one is because I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive on all 3 books. So I don't need to have this little one, although it is very pretty. I don't need to have this little one when I have all 3 of them in one bind up. The next one here is Elizabeth Lowell, Die in Plain Sight. Again, sales rack. This next series, I really wanted to like it. And this isn't even all of the books, but at the end of last year, I tried to read Speaks the Nightbird. This was a DNF. I just could not. This is by Robert McCammon, and 2 of my favorite books by him is Swan Song and Boy's Life. And I love those 2 books, so those I will be keeping. But this one, it just did not, and it's a chunker. It did not even keep my attention. This is something to do with witches. So, there's Speaks the Nightbird, The Queen of Bedlam, and then the last one I have is Freedom of the Mask. Look at that cover, beautiful. I saw it, I'm like, oh, it's part of that series, let's get it. I tried to read the first book, and I just couldn't do it. It just, I don't normally read books about witches anyway. Okay, then I got some more Robert McCammon here. And the reason I'm getting rid of these is because of, okay, this book, Mine, by Robert McCammon. I tried to start reading this book, and then there was a small child that was going to be tortured. And I'm like, nope, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. So, and that was only like the first few pages in, because someone said, wow, that book was messed up, you need to read it. So I'm like, okay, I've got it, let's read it. I can't do it. I can't, you can't go and hurt a child and expect me to read the book. So that's Mine, Blue World, Bethany's Sin, and The Wolf's Hour. Those are going bye-bye. I've lost the interest in wanting to read anymore, but I'm just not going to do it. And then the last few books I've got here, Laura Lee, this one was a dollar store cheapy book, and this is called Livewire. Never even picked it up. I've had it for years. Sea Garden, this was sales rack at the used bookstore. Beautiful cover. I'm not going to read it. And the last one we've got here is Sincerely Yours by Al Joanna Lacey. I like the cover of this. It's like a big letter, but I don't remember where I got that. That might have been sales rack or a dollar store book or something. I don't know, but I never read it. I've had this book for years sitting on my shelf. So there you go. That was a good amount of books. That was 32 books on off my shelf. And I think it's going to work better this way. That way I can put my book haul books right in their places. So this is going to work better than Keep Maybe Toss. I'm sorry to those who have come to me and said, hey, you're going to do your Keep Maybe Toss? And I'm like, oh, sure. But it's just not going to work. It's not feasible for me to do that. So doing these unhauls, I have lots more to go to unhaul, but this is getting a bigger chunk than going shelf by shelf by shelf. So there you go, guys. That is my book unhaul. 32 books. Yay, go me for that. If you have read any of these books and you liked them or you didn't like them, comment down below and we will talk about it. Thanks, guys, for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.